Hi, I'm Miko Nehman with Century 21 Hometown Realty.
And I'm April Hugh. I'm with Century 21 Hometown Realty. And today we have Patrick Chandler and Nathan Hugh with Loan Depot.
Welcome.
They're going to they're going to go over the basics, how to start the loan process.
So what's the first step? When you get a call from a buyer, what do you tell them?
Really try and find out what they're doing, what's their goal, and what their plan is, and try and get a feel for what their needs are and what's going to work best for them and what they can qualify for.
Okay. Patrick, what does a buyer need to provide to begin the loan process?
Well, it's a pre-qualification process is what it is. The first thing they need to do is get a hold of the loan officer so they can take an application.
Okay.
They can do that 3 different ways. You can do it in person, of course, or you can do it over the phone, or you can do it online. With that, we take that information, we pull the credit report, and with that we analyze it. And we look at the income, we look at the assets, we look at the credit, and we say, okay, what can these people qualify for? Now, to back it up, sometimes we'll ask for a few things, like if they're not self-employed in their W-2, we want to get a W-2 and a pay stub and a bank statement. Sometimes we can do that electronically now with the digital process. If they're not a W-2 or pay stub, if they're self-employed, the process is a little bit more difficult. We have to get tax returns for a couple of years.
Okay.
So the process can take sometimes as little as a half an hour, sometimes a day or two. So it just depends.
Now,
what about next question?
Yeah, what about with the COVID going on and the refis and everything that's happening? Is it taking a little bit longer though?
Not on the purchase business, not generally. As a realtor, you will write a contract for as little as 30 days, sometimes 40 days. Right now, we're able to do that, but quick escrows with a loan. If you want to do it in 20, 25 days, not likely.
Like you used to before it got so crazy. With the interest rates so low right now, it's really driving all this business. So now, is it the appraisers? Because I know I've experienced a lot, like 3 weeks out for appraisers. I know the lender orders it, and then they're not even there for 3 weeks. And then I just recently had an appraiser take 3 weeks to turn in an appraisal. So luckily it was a long escrow, but again, I mean, it just seems like it's getting a little bit,
Nathan, I don't know if you've experienced the wait times of an appraisal, but I have seen the same thing. We order it, and they'll accept it, but they'll say 30 days, or they'll say 3 weeks, where before, which is maybe a week and a half, we would have it back.
Right. Okay.
So yes, that does
Or
happen.
you end up paying for a special rush.
How much is that typically?
$250,
That's on top of what, the $600?
depending upon.
Okay.
So can you tell us, Nathan, some of the different types of financing that Loan Depot offers?
There are many different types of loans. The most common would be a conventional loan that conforms to federal guidelines. Those are the least expensive with the best rates.
Right.
On top of that, you have government loans like VA, FHA, USDA loans. So those are government insured loans. There's different requirements. And if you go above conventional loan limits, you have jumbo loans. And there's also down payment assistant loans. So you can get into a house with little or almost no money out of pocket. And on top of that, we have bank statement loans, renovation loans, reverse mortgage loans.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
We have loans for just about any type of situation that a borrower may need.
Now, the USDA loans, those are just in specific areas, right? Such as Guadalupe.
Well, in Santa Barbara County, it's mostly Guadalupe or out towards California Valley. You can do those. And then the other thing is in San Luis Obispo County, it's the whole county except for the city of San Luis.
Oh, really? Interesting. Now, what about the grant loans? Like what is it called? The Golden State
Golden State Financial, those would be the down payment assistant loan.
Down Payment Assistant. Yeah. So are those only for first-time home buyers? Or can someone who's purchased before qualify for one of those?
Well, they are for first-time home buyers, but they haven't owned a property within the last 3 years.
Okay, that's good to know.
Interesting.
So do you have any things to tell buyers what not to do? I'm sure the list is long.
Maybe you should each take 5.
Absolutely. In the pre-qualification meeting, we will tell you the types of things that you need to go about. The very first thing is make sure your credit remains good. If it's good, if it's not good, we need to improve it. So follow the directions of the loan officers. Loan officers are not credit fix people, but they can give them some ideas. If you've got a good credit score, great. Do not get new loans. Do not buy a new car. Do not take that huge vacation. Money, if you've got money at home, put it in the bank. Put it in the bank.
I mean, cash under the mattress, put it in the bank.
Start depositing it.
Lenders do not like to see money coming out of nowhere, and cash from home is one of those. Do you have some others?
Well, the other thing is, don't change your job. Don't change your profession, because they're going to look for a 2-year job history. So they want the same kind of employment for 2 years. And the other thing is, I've seen this happen before, where people will change from being a salaried or an hourly employee to going to commissions, and that starts the 2-year clock all over again,
Even if it's the same profession.
even if it's in the same profession.
Oh, really?
So you can see a doctor who's making $300,000 a year buy a practice and not be able to buy a house because they only have a 2-month job history.
Wow,
So something to be careful of.
interesting.
Well, that's some good advice.
So what should buyers look for? Is it just like the most important thing is an interest rate? Is the most important thing? How should they shop
Closing
this?
costs.
A reputable
Closing-
lender.
Is what you need. Somebody who is knowledgeable, somebody that you're comfortable with. So contact a couple of lenders, and that's important to do that. Try to get a feel of what that person can do for you. Get a comfort level. Ask questions. See how knowledgeable they are. Make sure the company is reputable, that it offers all kinds of different types of mortgages, very, very important. And that they're competitive, that their rates are competitive, that their costs are competitive.
Right.
If you contact at least a couple, then you should be able to figure that out.
Right.
But the most important thing is to be comfortable with the lender and make sure that lender is knowledgeable.
And also that they're looking out for you, not just for themselves. That's something else.
Like they care, right?
Yeah, that's kind of.
Like they want to help you really, get this loan to buy a house.
Is there a cost to do the process with you?
There's no cost to become pre-approved or pre-qualified.
Perfect.
At least not at Loan Depot.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
We don't
Okay.
charge for a credit report up front or anything like that.
Okay.
And again, the important thing is to lenders want people to buy homes, want to make that American dream come true. We're in hand with the realtors, and we're the financial side of it.
Right.
And what we want to see is what everybody else wants, is that American dream, that home ownership.
Yeah, that's great. All right.
If anyone has any questions or comments, let us know. We can put you in touch with them.
Yeah, and just
And-
put a note in the comment section. Or you can reach me at 805-878-5056.
And my number is 805-714-8124. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Bye.